Ino.
Om. First of all, we will sit properly. Close your eyes gently. Take deep breath 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Slowly, slowly. रविवार साप्ताहिक यज्ञ सत्संग के अंतर्गत हम सभी लोग एकत्रित होकर के सर्वप्रथम परम पिता परमेश्वर के निज नाम श्रेष्ठ नाम को उच्चारण करेंगे। Now we will chant 3 times Om and 3 times Gayatri Mantra. Take the breath. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. तूने हमें उत्पन्न किया पालन कर रहा है तू तुझसे ही पाते प्राण हम दुखियों के कष्ट हरता है तेरा महान तेज छाया हुआ सभी स्थान सृष्टि की वस्तु वस्तु में तू हो रहा है विद्यमान तेरा ही धरते ध्यान मांगते तेरी दया ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ मार्ग पर चला दाता हमारी बुद्धि को वेद मार्ग पर चला। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। परमपिता परमेश्वर जो हम सबका माता पिता बंधु समान, सृष्टि का निर्माता संचालन करता सहायक करता, उस परमपिता परमेश्वर की पवित्र वेद वाणी जो वेद रूपी हमारे पास, उस वाणी में से पवित्र ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थना उपासना के 8 मंत्र ऋषि दयानंद जी द्वारा हमें प्रतिदिन पाठ के लिए निर्देशित किए हैं। आइए हम सभी मिलकर के उन पवित्र 8 मंत्रों का पाठ करेंगे। नाउ वी विल चैंट 8 ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थना उपासना। ओम विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरिता निपरासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुव। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य जातः पतिरेक आसीत् सदाधार पृथिवीं द्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा। ॐ य आत्मदा बलदा यस्य विश्व उपासते प्रशिषं यस्य देवाः यस्य छायामृतं यस्य मृत्योः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा। ॐ यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैकयित्राजा जगतो बभूव य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा। ॐ एनद्यो रुद्रा पृथिवी च दृढा येन स्वहस्तभितं येन नाकः यो अंतरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा। ॐ प्रजापते नत्वदेता न्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जो मस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं श्याम पतयोरयीणा। ॐ स नो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता धामानि वेद भुवना निविश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास्तृतीये धामन्यधैर्यन्त। ॐ अग्निर्नय सुपथा राये अस्मान् विश्वानि देवयुनानि विद्वान् युयोधस्मज्जोराणमीनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेमा। Hold your hands and repeat sentence after me. हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति करता समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप, सब सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर, आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कर दीजिए, और जो कल्याणकारक गुण कर्म स्वभाव और पदार्थ है वह सब हमको प्राप्त कीजिए। इति ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थनोपासना मंत्राः। Today we celebrated so many occasions. First is गंभीर परिवार आज यजमान के रूप में यहाँ पर उपस्थित है। अतुल जी का जन्म दिवस विगत मास में 5 दिसंबर को था। वो भी यजमान के रूप में अपना जन्म दिवस मनाते हुए आ बैठे हैं। साथ में उनके सुपुत्र वीर गंभीर जी, इनका जन्म दिवस मकर संक्रांति के दिन 14 जनवरी को था। वह भी अपनी माता और भाई के साथ बैठकर यजमान पद पर अपना जन्म दिवस हम सबके साथ मना रहे हैं। साथ ही साथ अतुल जी के पिताजी मनोहर गंभीर जी की स्वस्थता निरोगता की कामना हम करते हैं। और इन्हीं के परिवार के मित्र है कपिल पारिक जी, उनकी भी स्वस्थता निरोगता की कामना करते हुए हम यहाँ पर उनके लिए भी प्रार्थना करेंगे। साथ ही साथ विशेष अवसर है 26 जनवरी इंडियन रिपब्लिक डे होता है, उसे भी आज हम इस वैदिक परिवार में यह परिवार में मनाएंगे। और उससे पूर्व एक दिन अर्थात 25 जनवरी को वसंत पंचमी का पवित्र त्योहार भारतवर्ष के अंदर मनाया गया, उसे भी हम सभी मिलकर यहाँ पर मनाएंगे। और इसी सप्ताह के अंतर्गत नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी की जयंती, लाला लाजपत राय जी की जयंती। नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस का वो वाक्य है, तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा। जिन्होंने भारतवर्ष की आजादी के लिए अपना संपूर्ण जीवन दिया, बलिदान किया, ऐसे महापुरुषों को हम याद करते हैं, ऐसे वीर लोगों को हम याद करते हैं, उनके जीवन से हम प्रेरणा लेते हैं। और लाला लाजपत राय जी जिनकी जयंती भी हम मना रहे हैं, उन्होंने कहा था आर्य समाज मेरी माता है और स्वामी दयानंद मेरे पिता। और इसी से प्रेरणा लेकर वह आजादी के उस आंदोलन में कूदे और उन्होंने अपने जीवन की आहुति उस आंदोलन में दी, उनका भी स्मरण करेंगे। और एक छोटे से बालक इतिहास के अंदर जिनका नाम दर्ज है, वह बालक का नाम है बाल हकीकत राय। उनका वीर दिवस, बलिदान दिवस भी इसी सप्ताह के अंतर्गत होता है, उन्हें भी हम याद करेंगे। इन दिव्य पुरुषों के जीवन के द्वारा हमें प्रेरणा मिले, हम जिस स्थान पर भी रहे हम अपने जीवन से ऐसे श्रेष्ठ कर्म करें कि हमारे कर्म समाज के लिए, राष्ट्र के लिए हितकारी हो और हम उनसे जीवन से प्रेरणा लेकर आगे बढ़े। आने वाली पीढ़ी में भी उनके जीवन के विषय में हम बताने का प्रयत्न करें, जिससे आने वाली पीढ़ी जो छोटे छोटे बालक बालिकाएं बैठे हैं वो अपने जीवन में आगे बढ़े, महापुरुषों के गुणों को धारण करे, ऐसी कामना करते हुए आइए सर्वप्रथम संकल्प पाठ के लिए आप सीधे हाथ में जल ले, टेक लिटिल बिट वाटर एंड राइट पाम और संकल्प। आप भी सभी लोग मेरे साथ अपने स्थान पर बैठकर बोल सकते हैं। बोलिए ओम आवसो सदने सीद ओम तत्सत अद्य नवसप्तति उत्तर द्वि सहस्त्रे वैक्रमाब्दे रवि उत्तरायणे शिशिर ऋतौ माघ मासे शुक्ल पक्षे अष्टम्यां तिथौ भरणी नक्षत्रे रविवासरे अद्य प्रातः कालीन वेलायां सुख शांति समृद्धि हितार्थ आत्म कल्याणार्थम रोग शोक निवारणार्थम च यज्ञ कर्म करणाय भवन्तम वृणे। हे प्रभु, अद्यतनं दिनं सर्वेषां कृते मंगलमयं भूयात्। ओम स्वस्ति स्वस्ति स्वस्ति। आचमन के लिए और आचमन आफ्टर श्वास से भी ओम अमृतोपस्तृणमसि स्वाहा। ओम अमृता पिदानमसि स्वाहा। ओम सत्यम यशः श्रीर्मयि श्रीश्रयतां स्वाहा। Taking little water in left palm and right hand's middle finger in those parts of body. ओम वाम आस्यस्तु ओम नसोर्मे प्राणस्तु ओम अक्षोर्मे चक्षुरस्तु ओम कर्णयोर्मे श्रोत्रमस्तु ओम बाहोर्मे बलमस्तु ओम ऊर्वोर्मा ओजवस्तु ओम अरिष्टानि पिंगानि तनुस्तन्वामि सहसन्तु। बच्चों को आगे दो बच्चे इधर कोई उनके पीछे भी आके बैठ सकते हैं। बीएसएस स्कूल के बच्चे आ जाए। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः। I request you all to chant mantra with me. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वर्द्यो रेव भूम्ना पृथिवी ववरिम्ना तस्यास्ति पृथिवी देवयजनि पृष्ठे अग्निमन्नादमन्ना ध्यायादते। प्रार्थना करें हाथ जोड़ करके। ओम उत्पत्य स्वाग्नि प्रतिजाग्नि त्वमिष्टापूर्ते संसेदे भामयं च अस्मिन् सदस्ते अद्युतरस्मिन् विश्वे देवा यजमानश्च सीदत। समिधा आफ्टर स्वाहा। ओम अयं तद्विद्मा आत्मा जातवेदस्ते निधस्व वर्धस्व चेतवर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुर्ब्रह्म वर्चसे नान्नाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जात्वेदसे दण्डममासि। ओम समिधाग्निं दुवसतभृतैर्बोधयतातिथिम् अस्मिन् हव्याजुहोतना। ओम सुसमिधाय शोचिषे भीतं ते प्रजुहोतना। अग्नये जातवेदसे स्वाहा। इदमग्नये जात्वेदसे दण्डममा। ओम तन्त्वा समिद्भिरङ्गिरो घृतेन वर्धयामसि बृहश्चोचा यविष्टः स्वाहा। इदमग्नये अङ्गिरसे दण्डममा। Next mantra we will chant 5 times. Om ayam तयित्वा आत्मा जातवेदस्ते दस्व वर्धस्व चेतवर्धय चास्मात् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्म वर्चसे नान्नाद्येन समेधय स्वाहा। इदमग्नये जातवेदसे दण्डममा। ओम अयंत हित्वा आत्मा जात वेदस्तेने दस्व वर्धस्व चेत वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्म वर्चसे नान्ना तेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे दन्नमम ओम अयंत हित्वा आत्मा जात वेदस्तेने रस्व वर्धस्व चेत वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्म वर्चसे नान्ना तेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे दन्नमम ओम अयंत हित्वा आत्मा जात वेदस्तेने दस्व वर्धस्व चेत वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्म वर्चसे नान्ना तेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे दन्नमम ओम अयंत हित्वा आत्मा जात वेदस्तेने दस्व वर्धस्व चेत वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्म वर्चसे नान्ना तेन समेधय स्वाहा इदमग्नै जातवेदसे दन्नमम ओम अदिते अन्मन्य स्वा ओम अनुमते अन्मन्य स्वा ओम सरस्वती अन्मन्य स्वा ओम देव सविता प्रसूव यज्ञपतिं भगाय दिव्यो गंधर्वः केतपुकेतं नः पुनातु वाचस्पतिर्वाचं नः सदतु Right oblation in left side, this corner to this corner, second right side, and another middle side. Om Agnaye Swaha, Idam Agnaye Dandamama, Om Somaya Swaha, Idam Somaye Dandamama, Om Prajapataye Swaha, Idam Prajapataye Dandamama, ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा इदम इंद्राय नमः use 3 fingers and offer like this. ओम सूर्यो ज्योति ज्योति सूर्या स्वाहा ओम सूर्यो वचो ज्योतिर्वचः स्वाहा ओम ज्योति सूर्य सूर्यो ज्योति स्वाहा ओम सजोर्देवेन सवित्रा सजोर्षसेन्द्रवत्यायुषाणः सूर्यो वेतो स्वाहा ओम अग्निर्ज्योतिर्ज्योतिरग्निः स्वाहा ओम अग्निर्वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा ओम स्वाहा ओम सजोर्देवेन सवित्रा सजोरात्रेन्द्रवत्यायुषाणो अग्निर्वेतो स्वाहा ओम भूरग्नये प्राणाय स्वाहा इदमग्नये प्राणाय नमः ओम भूर्वायवे अपानाय स्वाहा इदं वायवे अपानाय नमः ओम स्वरादित्याय ज्ञानाय स्वाहा इदमादित्याय ज्ञानाय नमः ओम भूर्भुवः स्वरक्तिवायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणापानव्यानेभ्यः स्वाहा। इदमग्निवायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणापानव्यानेभ्यः नमः। ओम आपो ज्योतिरसो अमृतम् ब्रह्म भूर्भुवः स्वरोम स्वाहा। ओम यां मेधां देवगणाः पितरश्च उपासते तयामामद्य मेधयाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा। ओम विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरिता निपरासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुव स्वाहा। ओम अग्नेनाय सुपधाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोधस्मज्योराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेम स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। First, I request to VSS students, please come sequence 3-3 and offer your oblation fire. सामने से 3-3 students, 3 or 4 with that. यहाँ पे खड़े हो करिए।
बेटा खड़े हो क्या?
आ जाओ।
Stand up. Stand up. Yeah, there is. Very good. Then now
You
you
will
can.
Gayatri mantra, chant
When we
Gayatri
say
mantra after swaha,
after swaha.
offer your oblation. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsavituर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। Another 4-4. Go back side.
Better you have to move away. Let others come.
Offer your ahuti in fire, not outside.
Not here. Inside.
Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsavituर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। आप सभी भी इस परिवार के सदस्य एक एक करके आइएगा टाइम से और आहुति देती जाएंगी 3-3 के सीक्वेंस में। सभी से निवेदन। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। आप सभी लोग हाथ जोड़ेंगे। ओम अग्नि व्रतपते व्रतम चरिष्यामि तच्चकेयं तन्मे राध्यताम् इदम् अहम् अनृतात् सत्यम उपैमि वेदामि परमं चक्षुः वेदामि परमं बलम वेदामि परमं धाम वेदामि ब्रह्मचोत्तमम्। वेद सब सत्य विद्याओं का पुस्तक है। वेद का पढ़ना पढ़ाना और सुनना सुनाना सब आर्यों का परम धर्म है। परम धर्म है। वेद के मंत्रों से हम आहुतियां दे रहे हैं। इसका हम लोग आगे भी मंत्रों का कुछ उच्चारण करने जा रहे हैं। इन मंत्रों के अंदर कुछ प्रार्थनाएं शुरू में ही बताया कि कुछ विशेष अवसर है। दोनों यजमान घृत आहुति दे रहे, इनका जन्म दिवस हम मना रहे हैं। तो सर्वप्रथम इनके लिए हम प्रार्थना करेंगे स्वस्थता की, निरोगता की। ये दोनों घृत की आहुति देंगे। तो बाकी सभी लोग अपना सीधा हाथ की ओर करेंगे, दोनों की ओर, और मेरे पीछे बोलेंगे और ये दोनों आहुतियां देंगे। आप सब बोलिए, ये दोनों को छोड़ करके बोलिए। ओम सत्याः सन्तु यजमानानां कामाः। ओम पूर्णाः सन्तु यजमानानां कामाः। ओम शुभम भवतु कल्याणमस्तु। जिन मंत्रों का पाठ हो रहा है उनके माध्यम से आशीर्वचन है, और जो बड़े हैं उम्र में वो आशीर्वाद के रूप में, और बाकी सभी लोग शुभकामनाओं के रूप में इस मंत्र को मेरे साथ बोलेंगे। ओम तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदः शतं जीवेम शरदः शतं शृणुयाम शरदः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदः शतमदीना श्याम शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतात् स्वाहा।
He is the divine eye that shows the way to all righteous people. Everyone we turn, we find his eye present in front of us, shedding light and ever watchful of our movements. May we live for 100 years and in our daily life perceive his living presence in all our actions. May we listen to his glory and majesty as described in the knowledge he revealed, and even proclaim such glory for all to hear. With God as our guide, may we never be subjected for us 100 years.
बहुत सुंदर प्रार्थना इस मंत्र के माध्यम से हमने की। इनकी आयु शतायु से अधिक हो, निरोगता, स्वस्थता इनको प्रदान करे परमात्मा। और वीर का जन्म दिवस है और माता की ओर से प्रार्थना की गई है और इनकी आयु के लिए, दीर्घायु के लिए कामना की गई। हम सब ने की। परिवार के जो सदस्य थोड़े अस्वस्थ चल रहे हैं उनके लिए भी हम प्रार्थना करते हैं। महामृत्यु जैसे 3 बार आहुतियां हम देंगे। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा। आज वसंत पंचमी का पर्व भी हम साथ ही साथ मना रहे हैं। वसंत पंचमी का पर्व संपूर्ण भारतवर्ष में मनाया जाता है, आप सबको पता है। वसंत पंचमी makes the beginning of spring in India and fields are dipped in yellow. The blooming mustard field. The festival day is marked by people wearing yellow clothes and sharing yellow colors. Savoring. Yellow is a radius color, symbolize sunshine, freshness, hope, confidence, positivity, clarity, energy, creativity, happiness, and kindness. It is the time to pray to the one and only Ishwar, who is known by many names. Saraswati is also his name. Saraswati and Ishwar, who possesses infinity knowledge of the verse of words, their meanings, and relating meanings of the context. तो इस पर्व पर भी कुछ विशेष मंत्रों की आहुतियां विद्वानों के द्वारा कही गई है। उन आहुतियों को भी हम यहाँ पर देंगे। ओम वसंतेन ऋतुना देवा वसवस्ति वृतास्तुताः रथंतरेण तेजसा वीरेन्द्र वयो ददुः स्वाहा। ओम मधुष मधवाश्वासंतिका ऋतु अग्निरन्तः श्लेषोऽसि कल्पेन्तां द्यावा पृथिवी कल्पन्ताम् आपौषधय कल्पन्ताम् अग्नयः पृतङ्गमम ज्येष्ठाय सव्रताः ये अग्नयः समनसो अन्तरा द्यावा पृथिवी इमे अभिवासन्तिका ऋतुविकल्पमाना इन्द्रमिव देवाभिसंविशन्तु तया देवतयाङ्गिरस्वध्रुवे सीदताम् स्वाहा। ओम मधुवाता ऋतायन्ते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्णः सन्तोषधिः स्वाहा। ओम मधुनक्तं उतोषसो मधुमत्वपार्थिवं रजः मधुदेवरस्तु नः पिता स्वाहा। ओम मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमाम् अस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः स्वाहा। 26 जनवरी का पर्व हम सब मना रहे हैं, वीरों को याद कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने उस भारतवर्ष की आजादी में अपने जीवन की आहुतियां दी। वह राष्ट्र, संपूर्ण राष्ट्र, उसके निवासी जहाँ कहीं भी संसार में रहते हो, सभी अपने जीवन में आगे बढ़े और हमारा राष्ट्र भी उत्तरोत्तर उन्नति को प्राप्त हो। ऐसी प्रार्थना के साथ विशेष आहुतियां सामग्री से और वेद से। ओम ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषज्योति व्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्री धेनुर्वोढा नड्वाणाशु सप्ते पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णुरधिष्ठाः सवेयो युवास्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामे नः पर्जन्यो वर्षतु फलवत्यनो शौषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पताम् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ॐ यदस्य कर्मणोऽत्यरीरिचं यद्वा न्यूनमिहाकारम् अग्निष्टसृष्टकृद्विद्यात् सर्वं सृष्टं सुहृतं करोतु मे अग्नये सृष्टकृते सुहृतहुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्धयित्रे सर्वान् कामान् समर्धय स्वाहा इदमग्नये सृष्टकृते दण्डमम ॐ स्वाहा इदं प्रजापते दण्डमम we offered last three oblation with samagri and tea. Om sarvam vai purnam स्वाहा Om sarvam vai purnam स्वाहा Om sarvam vai purnam स्वाहा. Now we all sing Yaj Prarthana. यज रूप प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए वेद की बोली ऋचाएं सत्य को धारण करे हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधाधिक रचाए यज पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञादि हम करते रहे रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज्ञ से नर नारी की लाभकारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो इदं न मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो प्रेम रस में मग्न होकर वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ने में छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु आत्मिक बल दीजिए सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् सबका भला करो भगवान सब पर दया करो दयावान सब पर कृपा करो भगवान सबका सब विधि हो कल्याण हे ईश सब सुखी हो कोई ना हो दुखारी, सब हो निरोग भगवन, धन धान्य के भंडारी। सब भद्र भाव देखे, सन्मार्ग के पथिक हो, दुखिया न कोई होवे, सृष्टि में प्राणधारी। हे नाथ सब सुखी हो, कोई न हो दुखारी, सब हो निरोग भगवन, धन धान्य के भंडारी। त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या विनं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। आइए सब मिलकर प्रार्थना करें। आंखें बंद करके एक बार ओम का जप कर देंगे, मन ही मन प्रार्थना को दोहराएं। ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वं यत्किंच जगत्यां जगत्, तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जिता, मा कृतः कस्य स्विद्धनम्। हे परम परमेश्वर, आज हम सभी ने पवित्र श्रेष्ठ याचनाओं को लेकर पवित्र अग्नि देवता के अंदर आहुतियां प्रदान की। हम सभी श्रेष्ठ जन आपके पुत्र पुत्रियां हैं, बालक बालिकाएं। आप हमारे पिता माता बंधु सखा, आप ही संसार में सुखों के दाता दुखों के हरता। इसीलिए हम सभी लोग आपके चरणों में बैठकर ही प्रार्थना करते हैं। हे प्रभु, हम सब पर आपकी कृपा दृष्टि दया दृष्टि सदैव बनी रहे। आपकी कृपा से हमारे परिवारों में सुख शांति समृद्धि, परिवार के छोटे बड़े सभी लोग सदा हंसते खेलते रहे, आनंद से। हे परमेश्वर, बारंबार आपसे याचना में निवेदन की प्रार्थना, हमारी श्रेष्ठ निवेदन प्रार्थना याचनाओं को कृपा करके आप स्वीकार 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 करें। हम सबका कल्याण कल्याण कल्याण। ओम शांति शांति शांति। एक बार इनके पीछे सभी लोग आ जाएंगे यजमानों के लिए आशीर्वचन कहने के लिए। आ जाइए, जो भी उसके ऊपर बैठे आप आ सकते हैं। एक मिनट के लिए सब लोग खड़े होकर के आ जाएंगे निवेदन में। बच्चे बैठे रहेंगे, थोड़ा पास आइएगा। और यजमानों ने बड़ी श्रद्धा पूर्वक यज्ञ किया। यज्ञ की समाप्ति पर इनके लिए हम आशीर्वचन कहेंगे। आप चारों लोग हाथ जोड़िए। यजमान आप सभी हैं। सर्वप्रथम वीर के लिए बोलेंगे, हे वीर, तुम आयुष्मान वर्चस्वी तेजस्वी श्रीमान धीमान बुद्धिमान पितृभक्त मातृभक्त राष्ट्रभक्त भूया। त्वं जीव शरदः शतम् पश्येम शरदः शतम्। यजमान अभिनंदन के लिए, हे यजमान, त्वं आयुष्मान वर्चस्वी तेजस्वी भूया। त्वं जीव शरदः शतम् पश्येम शरदः शतम्। सभी यजमान जो यहाँ उपस्थित है और आप सब में से भी जिनके परिवार में शुभ मंगल अवसर है, सभी के लिए हम परमात्मा से प्रार्थना करते हैं। सब बोलेंगे, ओम सत्याः सन्तु यजमानानां कामा, ओम पूर्णाः सन्तु यजमानानां कामा, ओम सफलाः सन्तु यजमानानां कामा। दोनों हाथ ऊपर करके में बोलेंगे, ओम स्वस्ति स्वस्ति स्वस्ति। ओम स्वस्ति पंथाम अनुचरेम सूर्या चंद्रमसा विव पुनर्ददता ज्ञता जानता संगमे मही। सबका अभिवादन करें। धन्यवाद।
Namaste everyone. Please take your seats. You can be comfortable wherever you want.
बेटे यहाँ से हट जाओ बेटे. Can you come back? थोड़ा सा पीछे आ जाओ.
Adhuti, Rashini, you can be comfortable wherever you want to be. You don't have to be around that. Namaste ji. Namaste ji. Welcome everyone to this auspicious day, auspicious occasion of Vasanta Panchami and Indian Republic Day. So, kids and students, what's the color of Vasanta Panchami?
Yellow.
And what's the color of Republic Day?
White. Orange.
Okay, tricolor. Very nice. Thank you. So today we are celebrating a couple of occasions. Of course, the Vasant Panchami, then the Indian Republic Day, then the Veer Hakikat Rai Martyrdom Day. Anyone knows who was Veer Hakikat Rai? Someday I want one of the students to talk about it. So if one of you can sign up for preparing about it, and then on one of the Sundays we'll find you an opportunity. Who can sign up for talking about Veer Hakikat Rai? One of the Sundays. One kid, one student. Okay, Veer. So we'll write Veer for whenever you're ready, you let me know. We'll have you speak here. Okay. The next occasion is Subhash Chandra Bose birthday. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Who want to sign up about speaking about him one of the Sundays? Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. One student. Okay, Arav. Arav will talk about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose one of the Sundays. And the third one is Lala Lajpat Rai birthday as well. Lala Lajpat Rai was a strong force behind India's independence. He did many social reforms movements as well. He established first Indian bank as well. Do you know Punjab National Bank was established by Lala Lajpat Rai? Okay, so I want one of the students to sign up for Lala Lajpat Rai. Okay, so Anushra raised his hand has been raised. Okay. So Anushra will talk about Lala Lajpat Rai some of the Sundays. You can coordinate the time with me. One Sundays, one student will get a chance. Okay. So taking the learning from their life, knowing about them, that's first. And then taking some learnings from their life is how we celebrate them. It's just not remembering them, but take the learnings and try to implement in our own lives as well. That's when you will say that this is how we are celebrating. Celebrating is taking inspiration for the future for the upcoming days. Now, can someone tell me from the students how is the Indian flag hoisted or unfurled on the Independence Day versus Republic Day? Any students? There is a difference. You know it? You sure? Okay, let's see who else. First, I need to see the hands, and then we can see. So, Indian national flag, there is a difference between unfurling and hoisting. Okay. On 15th of August, it is. Go ahead. 15th of August, what do we do? Yes, what do we do with the flag? How do we hoist it? It goes from bottom to up. It is showing that India is rising and independence is coming. Okay, so it goes from bottom to top. And on the 26th of January, it is just unfurled. We're already on the top. We are just unfurling again. So that's the difference. So on 26th January, President of India does the unfurling, and on 15th of August, the Prime Minister of India hoists the flag on the Lal Killa. Again, it's customary, but it's important for us to understand the meaning of that. Without going further details, the one thing about, okay, Vasant Panchami significance, Acharya mentioned about spring festival, spring season, right? Then it is associated to which Devi? Saraswati. Saraswati is one of the names of the Ishwar, the Almighty God. The picture that we see generally, it is to explain some things to us, but in actual, there is no shape or picture like that. Ultimately, we are worshipping Ishwar and his attributes of Saraswati, the knowledge. Okay, and there is one Saraswati mantra as well. Can anyone tell from the students Saraswati mantra in the Veda? I will tell the mantra and then I want someone to sign up to talk about that mantra as well. Okay, so we'll have the fourth or fifth student. Pavaka naha Saraswati vaje vir vajinivati yajyam vastu tyavasu. That's the Saraswati mantra. I want one of the students to chant it someday and give the explanation. Who will sign up? And then we'll move on. Okay. So you do it there as well? Okay. Okay. So we have 5 students signed up. Okay, Richaksha and Kriti will do together. Excellent. Okay, let's keep on moving. I want to welcome Joginder. He's coming back to Atlanta after a few years. So he has been associated with the temple for many years. So welcome, Joginder. I welcome a couple of new faces that we see in the temple. I don't know your name, but you're most welcome. If you want to rise, it's up to you, up to your comfort. But we appreciate your presence and we hope to see you more often. Anyone else who's coming for the first time to the temple after many days? Aapka shubh naam ji? Okay, very nice and most welcome to the temple. We hope to see you more often. And I welcome all these BSc students as well. Give them a round of applause. And another round of applause for their parents who brought them in the morning. Thank you, students and parents. I definitely want to thank the host family, Rashidi, Atulji, Veer and Arav. They have been associated to the temple for many years. Every year they have a great tradition of celebrating their birthdays by means of the Havan. It's a great inspiration for all the students as well. Veer and Arav both celebrate their birthdays doing the Havan, getting blessings from Acharya Ji and everyone as well. So all of you students, we want your birthdays to be celebrated at the temple too, the way we are doing for Veer and Arav. So you may want to ask your parents that, hey, we want to be celebrating our birthdays like this. Okay? So keep up the good work. Veer and Arav, our best wishes and blessings are with you. Now I'm requesting Rashi ji for the bhajan. And then we will have special performances by all our BSS students after this.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and blessing Veer and being part of the Havan. So I'm going to sing a bhajan that my mom used to sing when Veer was born. She used to sing this bhajan for him like non-stop. उस प्रभु की है कृपा बड़ी, याद करने घड़ी तो घड़ी, उस प्रभु की है कृपा बड़ी, याद करने घड़ी तो घड़ी, घंटी बज जाए कब पूछ की, घंटी बज जाए कब पूछ की, मात हरदम सिरहाने खड़ी, याद कर दे घड़ी दो घड़ी, किन्हीं शुभ कर्मों का फल है ये, तुझे मानव का चोला मिला, किन्हीं शुभ कर्मों का फल है ये, तुझे मानव का चोला मिला, जो भी आया है जाएगा वो, बंद होगा ये सिलसिला, वेद की कहती एक घड़ी, याद कर दे घड़ी दो घड़ी, उस प्रभु की है कृपा बड़ी, याद कर दे घड़ी दो घड़ी।
जो भी करना है ले आज कर, कुछ खबर प्यारे कल की नहीं, जो भी करना है ले आज कर, कुछ खबर प्यारे कल की नहीं, मानव जीवन को कर ले सफल, ढील दे इसमें पल की नहीं, टूट सांसों की कब जाए लड़ी, याद कर ले घड़ी तो घड़ी, उस प्रभु की है कृपा बड़ी, याद कर ले घड़ी तो घड़ी, इस जवानी पे इतराना, बातों बातों में घुल जाएगी, इस जवानी पे इतराना, बातों बातों में घुल जाएगी, उभरा सीना सिकुड़ जाएगा, और कमर तेरी झुक जाएगी, हाथ लेकर चलेगा छड़ी, याद कर ले घड़ी तो घड़ी, उस प्रभु की है कृपा बड़ी, याद कर ले घड़ी तो घड़ी, घंटी बज जाए कब पूछ की, घंटी बज जाए कब पूछ की, मात हरदम सिधाने घड़ी, याद कर ले घड़ी तो घड़ी, याद कर ले घड़ी तो घड़ी.
Thank you, Rashi, for the beautiful melodious devotional hymn. Now I'm requesting Mrs. Sunita Banga Arora ji to come forward to MC the program and performance by the students. Sunita ji is the one of the trustees of the temple at along with Kasi, and one of the long time volunteers of the temple as well. She is a Vedic teacher in the school too. So I'm requesting her to please come forward and coordinate this program. And I need two volunteers, one to take the picture, and another one to take the video. Anyone want to sign up right now? Okay, you will take video. Okay, who will take picture? Okay, you will take picture. So I need pictures of all the students and videos of all the students. Rita ji, over to you.
Thank you. Namaste, everyone. What a special day and such an auspicious occasion. First, Tashi ji, for you and your family. Atul ji, happy birthday. Veer, happy birthday to you. And I love to see everybody in yellow. Basant Panchami celebration. We all feel so unified. Such an auspicious color and such an auspicious day. For the VSS kids, as we start the program, we will focus on the Republic Day celebration. I know all of you, as growing up, or my generation, many of you, we missed out a lot when learning about history, learning about our independence, republic, importance of how this came about. And now when we see countries that don't have their independence or don't have the opportunity to write their own constitution, to have a voice, you realize how crucial this is and how important it is to remember these people who led us here to be able to celebrate in our own way, in our talking about all those people who sacrificed to get us here. So that's what the kids will focus on. I, as a teacher, always learn from them. They are amazing. I have told many of you parents. And so I request everybody to sit back, listen to these informative speeches, presentations that the kids have performed today, that will perform today. So first off, without further ado, I would like to start off with the Vedic National Prayer mantra by Vichaksha and Anushra, as well as Kriti and Ansil, who will join them to sing the Vedic National Prayer song.
ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूद्रऋषभो दिव्याधीमहारथो जायताम् दुग्ध्रीर्नुर्मूढायत्मानाशु शक्तिः पुरन्ध्ययोषा जिष्णुरतिष्ठा स्तवेयो युवास्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामे नः पर्जन्यो फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पताम् ब्राह्मण स्वराष्ट्र में हो द्विज ब्राह्मण तेजधारी क्षत्रिय महारथी हो अरिदल विनाशकारी हो वे दुदारू गौएं पशु आशु आशु भाई आधार राष्ट्र की हो नारी सुभग सधारी बलवान सव्य योधा यजमान पुत्र होवे इच्छानुसार बरसे परजन्नताप धोवे फल फूल से लड़ी हो औषध मोग सारे योग क्षेमकारी स्वाधीनत हमारी ब्राह्मण स्वराष्ट्र में हो द्विज ब्रह्म तेजधारी। Thank you.
Good job, all of you. Thank you so much. I know that sometimes Gangadharji has said to keep Kriti and Richaksha alag-alag, but they are better together. They are awesome together. Thank you all. That was awesome. And what a great start to this program. We'll now request Shubham Singh, our blossoming little one, to come to the stage and speak on Dr. B.R. Ambedkar.
Namaste everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and his role into the making of the Constitution of India. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was born on April 14, 1891. He was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer, and a political leader who headed the committee of drafting the Constitution of Independent India and served as Law and Justice Minister in the first Indian cabinet. Having studied the constitution of about 60 countries, he was considered a wise constitutional expert, hence was given the duty to head the country drafting the Constitution of India. He is known as the father of the Constitution of India. He was a freedom fighter of the truest kind, not merely dreaming of setting India in force from British rule, but of transforming India into a country where freedom holds meaning for everyone. He dedicated his life for uplifting of the Dalits. Today we are celebrating January 26th as Indian Republic Day. The Constitution of India came into effect on January 26, 1950. This replaced the Government of India Act 1955 as the government document of India, thus turning the nation into a republic separate from British Raj. Some interesting facts about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Arya Samaj. Dr. Ambedkar was taught by an Arya Samaj teacher, Master R. Maram. In 1922, Dr. Ambedkar paid a tribute to Arya Samaj top leader Swami Radanand by praising him as the greatest champion of pre-doctorals. He always focused on female education. He was a supreme social architect who looked upon law as the instrument of creating a sane social order in which the development of individuals would be in harmony with growth of society. Jai Hind.
I'm so proud to see Shubham from that shy little boy to come up on stage and say these amazing things. Thank you, Shubham. Great job. Just the other day, as we were thinking about, the Republic Day, there was a video that was making its rounds. As the journalist was stopping people on the streets in India and asking, do you know what is 26th January? Do you know the difference between Independence Day and Republic Day? Swatantrata Divas or Ganatantra Divas, mein kya farak hai? And it was so sad that so many people did not know that. They didn't know the difference. हाँ, हम कुछ मनाते हैं. We do celebrate something on 15 August. It's a national holiday on 26 January. But why? And it is so important for these kids to really learn that there is so much value in freedom. There is so much value, as Shubham just said. Up to the point we didn't have the Constitution was drafted, we were ruled by the Britishers by what they called the Act of Independence or Independent Government of India Act. And before that, we were ruled by, princely states and kings, small kingdoms. So it is so important to know that this was written by a very informative person who had studied the constitution of 60 plus countries, who took the advice. The key advisor on this was B.N. Rao, who was the right-hand person for Dr. Ambedkar. And together they drafted something that is supposed to be one of the largest constitutions in the world. And the reason for that is the diversity of the country requires that we not just write a constitution that covers a small segment of people or small type of people. It was with all the different languages, the princely states, the different religions, the different levels in the society. Our constitution in India covers all of them equally and fairly. And that was the key difference between, and the key reason why it was so long and why it needed so much work that went into building it. The constitution was signed by almost 284 members of the constituency at that time. And so imagine the brain power that went in building something that to this day stands as the foundation of how we govern our country. So now with a small change in pace, I request Mishika Khosla to come and present a song, A Vatan.
They need, can I give you mic in your hand? Okay, go.
मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में आता रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूँ जहाँ में आता रहे तू, तुझ पे कोई गम की आँच आने दूँ, तुझ पे कोई गम की आँच आने दूँ, कुर्बान है ये जान तुझ पे खुशहाल शावर तू, कुर्बान है ये जान तुझ पे खुशहाल तू।
Thank you, Mishika. That was awesome. And the wordings, "Ae Vatan, Abad Rahe Tu," you're always praying for the goodwill and the harmony in our country, India, as well as our home country, the United States. And the wordings, "Ki wherever I am," I always pray for the peace of both India as well as United States. So it is amazing wordings, and what a great selection, Mishika. Really good job. All right. It's interesting that when we are talking about Vasant Panchami, I know Vishnuji as well as Acharya ji talked about, Saraswati as the Devi that we pray, or the form that we pray to on Vasant Panchami is also a reason we thank God on this day to give us voice and wisdom. Think about it. Those are the only two things that differentiate us from animals and human beings, right? And that is one big reason we look at this blessing of Saraswati ji, that we got voice and wisdom. And so this is considered the day of knowledge, music, art, all of that. And so our program today is interspersed with some music and remembering some of our Republic Day personalities as well. So we'll move on. And now I request Arav Gambhir to speak a little bit more, elaborate a little bit more on Republic Day celebration.
Namaste ji. My name is Anand Gambhir. I am 10 years old. I am a student at DSS at Atlanta Vedic College. Today, I will talk briefly about the Republic Day of India celebration. It is celebrated on January 26th every year. This year, we are celebrating our 74th Republic Day. India gained its independence on August 15, 1947. Our leaders fought hard for Purna Swaraj. After independence, we had no constitution, and development of our country is not possible without discipline. A constitution was formed by a committee of 299 members, headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The Constitution was enforced on January 26, 1950. India is a democratic country. Every person living in this country has equal rights, and we vote and choose our prime minister to move our country in the right direction. On this day, there are parades organized by the Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force in Delhi on Rajpath. There are also floats from all different states displaying their folk dances and culture. The President of India distributes Padma Awards to civilians of India every year, and the highest award citizens could get is the Bharat Ratna Award. Great heroes of our country have fulfilled their responsibilities by giving us freedom and making our constitution. We are still fighting, it's shame to say that we are still fighting crime, corruption, and violence in India. We still need to address poverty, unemployment, illiteracy, global warming, and inequality to continue mainstream development and progress so that we can take our country forward. I pay my respect and tribute to the great revolutionaries of India. Bharat Mata Ki Jai! Jai Hind! Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Arav. Awesome. One thing you would have noted is he said Bharat Mata Ki Jai. We are one of those countries who believe our country is mother. We believe that it is motherland versus some countries in the world who believe it's fatherland, right? So when you think of it as mother, then the sentiment changes so much more than if you think of it as father, because mother means more nurturing, caring, respect, the softer side. And that's all all of us should be thinking of our country in that way, so we can preserve the good in the countries, both home and here. Our next item is by dear Akshita and Anvita, who are going to present a song as well as a poem, Hum Honge Kamyab.
Namaste ji, my name is Anvita and I'm a student of Vedic Sanskrit School. Namaste ji, my name is Akshita and I'm also a student of Vedic Sanskrit School. Today we're going to be saying a few words about Jhansi Rani and singing the song. So let's start with a few words about Jhansi Rani. Rani Lakshmibai wrote a golden chapter in Indian history by shaking the foundation of British dictatorship with her bravery and might. Jhansi Rani was a great freedom fighter, and their sacrifice and heroic stories still raise the sense of patriotism in this whole country. Now we're going to say a little poem about Jhansi Rani. Sanantraso Santawan Ivo Talwar Puraniti. Sanantraso Santawan Ivo Talwar Puraniti. Kublari Varnani Voto Jhansi Wali Raniti. Kublari Varnani Voto Jhansi Wali Raniti. Undele har bolo ke mo humne sani kahani thi. Undele har bolo ke mo humne sani kahani thi. Kublari Varnani Voto Jhansi Wali Raniti. Kublari Varnani Voto Jhansi Wali Raniti. Now we're going to sing a song. हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। वो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। होगी शांति चारों ओर एक दिन। ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, होगी शांति चारों ओर एक दिन। हम चलेंगे साथ साथ, डालो हाथों में हाथ, हम चलेंगे साथ साथ एक दिन। ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम चलेंगे साथ साथ एक दिन। नहीं डर किसी का आज, नहीं डर किसी का आज, नहीं डर किसी का आज एक दिन। ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, नहीं डर किसी का आज एक दिन। हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। ओ मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। भारत माता की जय, जय हिंद।
That was so beautifully rendered by Akshita and Anvita. Thank you. And I know Shraddha ji, aapka bhi haath tha isme, definitely. So thank you to you as well, but beautifully done. A big round of applause to them, please. One of those songs when you hear it and you hear it in combination with Jhansi Ki Rani, you feel like, chalo, but chalte hain. Like, let's be inspired, motivated, energized, and let's do something, right? It's one of those things. So imagine if someday we could get all the kids to sing it, we would just be like supercharged always. All right, next I invite Richak Shaharia to give a speech on Ram Prasad Bismil.
उधर है।
सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना बाजुओं का दिल में है। The desire for revolution is in our hearts. We shall see how much strength lies in the arms of the enemy. These immortal lines became a war cry for India's freedom and struggle against the British. These lines were made immortal by Ram Prasad Bismil, who was an Indian revolutionary. Namaste ji. Ram Prasad Bismil's great contribution towards Indian independence made me to speak about him today. When he was in 9th grade, he read in the newspaper about the death sentence of Bhai Parmanand, a famous scholar. An anger rose in his mind due to this incident. Then, so he joined the Mainpuri conspiration of 1918 and the Kakori conspiration of 1925. His life was greatly inspired by Satyat Prakash, a book written by Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji. Due to his actions in revolutionary activities, he was hanged by the British on December 1927. When he was asked for his last and final wish, he spoke loudly. I wish for the downfall of the British Empire, and put the noose around his neck like a garland himself. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Diksha. She spoke about one of the heroes that we don't talk about so much, right? And I wanted to share one really strong point about Diksha. She's actually considered the encyclopedia of all the great personalities. If we could ask all these people, she's probably the only one in the room, or one amongst the few in the room who could probably answer every personality and their stories. So, Diksha, great job, and thank you for sharing that with us. We'll now move on to invite Alex Mangal, who is also talking about somebody we don't talk about as much, a poem by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Welcome, Alex.
Namaste. I am Alexander Kailash Mangal. I'll recite a poem by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Bankim Chandra Chatterjee was a novelist, a poet, and a journalist, and was a key figure in helping India to gain its independence from the British. In fact, he alongside Rabindranath Tagore composed the Indian national anthem, Vande Mataram. Mother, I bow to thee, rich with thy hurrying streams, bright with thy orchard flames, cool with thy words of delight, green fields waving, mother of might, mother free.
Thank you, Alex. And thank you to his mom who comes from so far, mom and dad, to bring him here. And I'm sure you helped prepare him very quickly. So thank you. Awesome job. Really, really good. Next, let's please give him a big round of applause. Talking about forgotten heroes and those who work behind the scenes, there is one more that we have more recently heard about, but growing up never was ever mentioned about his contributions to the independence movement, and that is Udham Singh. So I invite Anusha Valia to speak on Udham Singh.
Namaste ji. Today I'm going to speak about a well-known figure of the Indian independence movement on the occasion of Republic Day. This freedom fighter is no one but Udham Singh himself. He is also known as Shahid-e-Azam Sardar Udham Singh. Shahid-e-Azam means a great martyr. A district, Udham Singh Nagar of Uttarakhand, was named after him to pay off homage in October 1995. He is best known for assassinating Michael O'Dyer, the former lieutenant of the Punjab government in India. The assassination was done for the revenge of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, for which O'Dyer was responsible. On April 10th, 1919, many local Allied leaders to the National Congress were arrested. On April 13th, over 20,000 unarmed people were assembled at Jallianwala Bagh to celebrate the important Sikh festival of Baisakhi and to peacefully protest the arrests. Singh and his friends from the orphanage were serving water to the crowd. Troops under the command of Michael O'Dyer opened fire on the crowd, killing several hundreds of people in this process. Singh became involved with the Ghadar party and collecting Indians overseas to throw off colonial rule. On March 13th, 1940, Michael Dyer was scheduled to speak at a joint meeting in Caxton Hall, London. Singh used his wife's name as a ticket and concealed a revolver inside a book. As the movie concluded, Singh shot Dyer twice as he moved towards the speaking platform. Singh was sentenced to death on July 31st, 1940. His contributions are still important to us today. We should remember his sacrifices and should keep the same level of devotion towards our country. Jai Hind!
Thank you, Anusha. Good job. It was, as I said, when we talk about some of the heroes, they are not talked about as often in the freedom struggle, especially those who took a long time, not just to complete their mission, but also to be recognized. Udham Singh was one of them who was moved by one of the largest human civilian massacre that happened at that time. So really important turning point in the way India's freedom struggle pivoted in order to really get our independence. And here we are talking about our own constitution and the pride we have in having established that for a country as large as India. Lastly, but not the least, one of our brilliant Veer Gambhir, please welcome, he will speak on B.R. Ambedkar.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Veer Gambhir. I am 12 years old. I'm a student at BSS at the Greater Atlanta Vedic Temple. Today, on the occasion of Republic Day, I'm going to talk about the father of the Constitution of India, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, as the Constitution was implemented on January 26, 1950. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was born on April 14, 1891. He was a jurist, economist, and social reformer who fought against discrimination, against economic and social discrimination against untouchables in India's society. He was born into Dalit caste. Those were treated as untouchables. Although he went to school, he was not allowed to touch any vessels to drink water from. Out of his 5 siblings, Ambedkar was the only one to go to high school, and he was the only untouchable to enter Elphinstone College in Bombay, where he received his degree in economics and political science. He then came to the Columbia University and majored in economics and studied other subjects of sociology, history, philosophy, and anthropology. He also went to the London School of Economics and returned to India in June 1917. He fought against inequality in Indian society, and in 1927, he launched an active movement against untouchability. He also signed the Pune Act, which gave some reserved seats for depressed classes in provisional legislatures. Upon India's independence from Britain on August 15, 1947, the new Congress-led government invited Ambedkar to serve as the chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee. Even after doing so much for the country, he still didn't feel well accepted in the society, so he decided to convert to Buddhism. He got very sick from diabetes complications and died on December 6, 1956. He was honored with Bharat Ratna Award in 1990. He was a great leader and contributed a lot to Indian society for socioeconomic upliftment. I pay my deepest tribute to him. Thank you all for listening to me, and Dhanyavad.
Thank you, Veer. That was awesome, as always. It's such a pleasure listening to this young man. When I started the program, I told you I learn more than I teach. Isn't that true, parents? Don't we learn more from our kids? We learn so much, and they took so much time in preparing for this in a short time. So they did put all the effort, but given a very short notice, and give them all a big round of applause. You know, when we talk about independence, we talk about republic, we talk about far back, right? 70 plus years. And sometimes we feel, why are we still talking about it? Why are we still celebrating these events? But parents, I know all of you will agree with me, it is so important to remember that. Like I said, if you look at countries who don't have freedom even today, or who don't have the right to have a constitution drafted by their own thought process, it is a sad state of affairs. So it is really, really important for all of us to celebrate the independence of India, our birth country, US, our home country, and think about the freedom we enjoy. Think about the opportunities that our constitution allows us to have. So thank you for joining us today. I know I'm very, very proud being the VSS teacher of all the VSS kids and their efforts. And I cannot say enough about all the efforts you parents make in getting them engaged with the school, preparing for functions like this. I know there's a lot more teaching that you're doing at home than we are able to do in a short time, but we appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, none of this would be possible. So all of us, give a big round of applause to the parents. I'll now let Vishwaji take over. It's been an honor. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much, Smitaji, and good job all the parents and the students as well. I'm inviting President of the Temple, Dr. Savita Kutil, to say a few words of encouragement to all.
I was trying to watch this program remotely, but looking at the energy in the room and the amazing performance of the kids, I was like, what am I doing at home? Get out here. But, just feel, what should I say? My heart is overflowing with looking at how these young ones, under the guidance of their parents and teachers, are, like Sunita ji said, making us learn as we listen. Simply amazing. These kids are who will present to the world at large what India is about, what we believe in, what our central tenets are, and be able to give fitting answers to people who just repeat the stale narratives and conditioning about their view of India. So thank you so very much to all the kids, all the parents, everybody that's taken time to come here and listen. Jai Hind, Jai USA.
Thank you, Savitaji. I want to thank Praveen ji, Priyanka ji, of course, Sunita ji, and Virat ji for helping coordinate this, for the recording and all that stuff. So give them a round of applause as well. A couple of announcements, and then we'll go to the next thing, which is a talk by Atulji. As we know that Swami Dayanand, who was the founder of the Arya Samaj, his 200th birthday is going to be next year. So the celebrations are going to be starting from this year itself. 12th February is his birthday. And on this day, Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, is going to address a huge gathering of the Arya Samaj in Delhi. So that will be inauguration of the festivities related to Swami Dayananda Saraswati. And they have called upon all of us in US and all other countries to be gathering at one place, do a Zoom call, and then of course we'll be live connected to that meeting in India. It's around around 9 o'clock India time and 10:30 our time. So people in Eastern Coast may not work out for them, but people in the West Coast and Central time zone, it might work out for them as well. So we are planning to still have a gathering and detailed plan on how can we be live on the Zoom on that event. Of course, will be spotlighted and shows the strength of Arya Samaj globally. They have also called upon all of us to decorate our homes and our Arya Samaj locations to celebrate and to show the festive atmosphere on the birthday of Swami Dev Saraswati, that's on 12th of February. So the pictures have to be sent out to them for the display and to show the global presence of Arya Samaj across the globe. So let's see who all can come forward to decorate their homes on this day. We will of course decorate the temple, whatever we can. And let's plan to organize a gathering that will be live on the Zoom. It could be at home, it could be at the temple or any other places. So we need to work on that. That's one. And then a couple of other things that you know about the temple. Our yoga classes are led by Acharyaji every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. You're most welcome to join. They are free of cost. Of course, very successfully, we need a lot of word of mouth advertisement about the school, about the activities that we do, that you can help spread. And also we have the Vedic knowledge learning sessions in English every first and third Saturday of the month, 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. Anyone can come and join. The sessions are led by Ananya. With that said, I'm requesting Atul Gambhirji for his talk today. His talk is about how to promote and take the Vedic knowledge, our values to Gen Z. Atulji, most welcome here. And while he's getting settled, we will use this occasion to take the pictures. You have a beautiful background, patriotic background. You're all dressed in yellow. So after the program, 12:30, 12:35, please feel free to take the pictures and share with everyone. Atulji, please.
Namaste, everyone. First of all, I am certainly very surprised with all of these kids, the VSS kids. They just continue to impress all of us. They do an amazing job, and I'm glad that each one of them have come forward. And I know some of them we would want to see on the stage as well. That I know are a little shy, but would like to at least get them out there too. So. I can certainly say, I mean, this is a great event for them to come out here and share their research, their knowledge, their patriotic songs. And did want to share a couple of things regarding Republic Day. And after that, I'm going to move into the next segment. So, as Vishruji and Sunita-ji were describing that, of course, the Republic Day happened close to about 2.5 years after the independence of India. And around that time, and I don't know if some of you are aware or not, but around that time, India was in chaos when the independence happened. So it took us time to be able to get to that next step, to be able to write that constitution. And also at that time, India was still one of the republics under England. So of course, even though we gained our independence, it still took us time to be able to write our constitution and to be able to make sure that we did a thorough job, even after a lot of the turmoil that was happening around the country. So even though we keep on recognizing these markers, these patriots that essentially help free the country, but also continue to do the seva to the country to be able to get us to the next step, which is writing our constitution. And so I can certainly say that overall, again, it's really a major celebration all across India. I don't know if any one of you have certainly seen the parades, seen the Jhansis that happen around that time. I think next year, if you do get a chance, you should see that live, because it is an amazing sight where you get to see, again, the display from all of the states of India, along with, of course, the military might, where they at least show that aspect of it as well, and along with, of course, the patriotic songs. So I can certainly say that that's something that the kids should at least see one of these days next time if, when that happens. And another thing that I want to also bring up is that, of course, some of these sites that we were talking about, Jhansi, Jallianwala Bagh, right? So some of these sites that, again, for someone like myself, I actually came here when I was 10 years old. So of course, I can relate to both sides of it, but I can certainly say some of this stuff certainly feels right at the heart, especially when these kids are singing those songs, right? You certainly do feel that patriotic, self rising up for your country, whether it's India or the US, right? It's being patriotic, and I think several of you can relate to that side, right? So I'm glad that each one of you are, giving those values to our next generation, so that at least they start to feel that same sense of patriotism, as well as that same sense of knowing and learning about the Vedas. So that kind of leads into my topic for today, which is, of course, how do we, teach the Gen Zs? And one of the things that I wanted to at least bring up was that, again, this is not just for the Gen Zs, but also for the Gen Alphas. I know, some of these terms most, may or may not have heard of. And as you know, there are new acronyms that keep coming up. So again, Gen Alphas are really that next generation, which is under 10 years old at this point, right? So anyone who's from 10 years old to 26 years old, those are really considered as Gen Zs. So again, I want to at least first of all start off with my message to each one of you, and again share my thoughts around how do we, of course, how do we share and how do we make sure that we get these kids involved. Again, I want to certainly start off with again, a lot of this really, again, a lot of our teachings really come back from, whether it's the mandir here, whether it's the mentors here, whether it's the scholars, whether it's Acharyaji, as well as, the elders here that have, continued to teach the kids along with the parents, right? So, I can certainly see that the kids are, of course, learning a lot, but part of, again, what we want to certainly instill is we want to instill the values that come from the Vedas. So one of the things that, you will notice is that Gen Zs and Gen Alphas learn differently than us, right? So again, some of us that, we actually grew up with, of course, learning a lot of these things from our parents, as well as from our grandparents, and also from the society around us. Now, this generation wants to do their own research, right? They are very much tech savvy. So therefore, they have the resources and they know how to reach those resources to be able to get the information that they need. And one of the things that I would say is that because of that, we have to certainly change our approach of how do we, continue to nurture them, continue to get them to learn from us, and also us learning from them as, again, as we were, discussing earlier, these kids, they continue to shine, they continue to, again, find out a lot of this knowledge on their own. So of course, we certainly want to make sure that we nurture them the right way so that they continue to, take those values from the Vedic Dharma, right? So again, as we talk about the Vedas, right? Of course, anyone who is young, right? They want to certainly, they always have that curiosity. So let me give you an example about myself. So when I was a kid, around this age, around 8, 9 years old, of course, earlier in my life, my parents used to always teach, hey, you have to give donations, right? You have to give to the mandirs. You have to give to people who are in need, right? And as part of that, my parents would give me, these a little bit of money to spend or whatnot, right? And I was around, I think, 8 years old. I would take that money, and my parents didn't know where that went because I didn't buy anything. So later on, they discovered that I had collected a lot of that money in the little mandir that we had. Underneath the mandir, they found after a year so much money, right? So ultimately, what that tells you is that these kids, again, especially, relating that to yourself, these kids, start to learn a lot of those values earlier in life, right? So therefore, we want to certainly continue to make sure that we are sharing those values and continue to make sure that that we enforce those values and share our thoughts with them, right? Because the way that they're going to be learning is, of course, as we already know, is by example, right? So as we set those examples and as we create that platform, and I know we already have a platform, which is the VSS. And again, as we continue to harness that platform, we want to make sure that these kids continue to have those opportunities to be able to rise up and also be able to do activities, which is projects, even if it is a certain set of projects that allows them to share, right? Allows them to donate, allows them to be able to, be good citizens of this world. And as you know, I mean, one of the key things that this, especially the Gen Z generation, is starting to look at is sustainability, right? And we always look at sustainability. So ultimately, we want to make sure that we continue to help them along those causes. And of course, we can't do it alone. It has to be, of course, a joint effort. And I'm sure you've heard that phrase before that, again, it takes a village to raise these kids. So of course, this is our village. This is our family that is going to help continue to help them rise up, help them grow into good citizens of the world, be noble, be arya, right? So as the kids were singing that song, that again, hum honge kamyab ek din. So again, it's all a joint effort. So I certainly want to encourage each one of you to help continue to bring your kids to the temple. So again, and also continue to teach them yourself, because again, as we were describing, it's a joint effort, right? It's not just where you leave that to the mentors. You want to make sure that we are all mentors for these kids. And one of the things that I would also recommend is that as these kids get older, they continue to teach younger kids. And I know Avishkrit and I know a few other kids have done that, and we certainly want to make sure that we continue to support that effort, so that the older kids are sharing their thoughts with younger kids, so that at least they have their thought process where they can certainly understand that generation a lot more than we can. So again, I certainly want to thank all of you for bringing your kids and continue to help support that effort. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Atulji, for giving a perspective to all of us on how to take the learnings to our kids and upcoming generations. Appreciate the talk very much. Of course, we'll post it to the Facebook because we did the live recording as well. So thanks for doing that, Atulji. Two things I forgot. One is that every Thursday and Friday evening, 6:30 to 7:30, we do have kids playing session. So it's anyone can come free of cost, and there's least learning. I mean, whatever they learn it while playing. So Virat coordinates that, and Acharya also helps doing that, probably Gunadharji too. So if you are close by, you can bring your kids for the playtime. Around 10 to 15 kids come for playing one of these days. So 6:30 to 7:30 every Thursday and Friday evening. And there's a WhatsApp group created. So if you want to be part of it, you can get ready on that. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, our Reverend Acharya is here, and his services are available for anyone in the temple or the home. When we talk of Acharya Devo Bhava, when we talk of being the serving the Acharya, that means make optimum use of their capabilities. So optimum use of the capabilities is that we use them for the learning, invite them to our places, and get the words of wisdom from Acharya. That's optimum use. So with that said, I'm requesting Swastiji for the meditation. I'm sorry for being little late because of the program. I hope you can understand. So requesting everyone to put your cell phones on the silent mode. We'll do the meditation and then concluding ceremony, and then we will have the national anthem as well.
Namaste, everyone. So we'll do Om meditation now. Close your eyes. Sit straight. Relax your face, neck, and shoulder. Relax. We'll recite Om 3 times. So first we'll inhale, and while exhaling, we'll recite Om. So first time, inhale. Second time. Third time. We all are pure and eternal soul. For sake of our own happiness and peace, please drop all mental negativities as habit of comparing yourself with others, anger, ego, jealousy, malice, etc. Drop all. Focus your attention in your nostril. Do deep breathing 4 or 5 times. Inhale deeply. Exhale forcefully and hold. Hold your breath outside as per your comfort. Focus your attention at holding state. Release, hold. Now, while watching your breath and focus your attention in nostrils, do deep breathing a few times. Focus on breath going inside and coming outside. Omniscient Ishvara God is giver of this breath. Accept that truth. Accept his presence everywhere. He is inside us and he's outside everywhere. Maintain this awareness that Ishvara God is everywhere and he is within us. Please recite Om at your own pace in your mind.
Pray for everyone's peace and happiness. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Pray. Ishwar is divine mother of all of us. We all belong to one family. Feel that oneness in others. Now, prepare yourself to come out of this meditation practice. Rub your palms. Cover your eyes with your palms. Open your eyes. Remove your palms. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Please rise for the Aarti. Gunjan Kalraji, please, we are going to lead the Aarti today. And at the end of the program, we will have the Indian National Anthem. We will request all the BSS students to come on the stage at the time of the anthem, and parents and academic experts. At this time, Gunjanji is going to do the Aarti. Please come forward.
Come.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish तुम बिन और न दूजा, प्रभु बिन और न दूजा, आस करूं मैं जिसकी, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम करुणा के सागर, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एकय गोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलूं दया में, किस विध मिलूं दया में, ऐसी तो सुमति। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु स्वामी शब्द मेरे आप विषय विकार तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, प्याला गे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, प्यास जनों के संकट,
वो पहले you can stand this side. It will be easy for you to read. You stay on the screen.
ॐ द्यौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिपृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिविश्वेदेवा शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Can you read the meaning? Okay, I'm not sure. Go ahead.
O God, by your grace, the celestial regions be peaceful, the space be peaceful, the earth be peaceful, the waters be peaceful, the vegetation and medicinal plants be peaceful, the entire universe be conducive to peace and prosperity. May that peace be with us. May Supreme Creator bring us peace. May there be peace and peace alone. May that peace may there be cosmic peace, physical and spiritual. Bhojan mantra. Om Anavate Anasyato Devi Vasya Shushinaham Prapradataram Karisha Urjam No Dehi Dvipade Chatushpade.
Hindi meaning. Read the Hindi meaning. Hey Anna Ke Swamin Prabhu. Can you read it?
हे अन्न के स्वामी प्रभु, आप हमें अन्न दो जो रोग रहित और पुष्टिकारक हो। आप अन्नदाता का कल्याण करो, दो पाए मनुष्यों और चौपाए पशुओं आदि में तेज धारण करो। Each one, giver of food, kindly provide us with healthy and energy-producing food. Grant serenity to those who give food and charity. May all living beings be blessed with energy-giving food. जो बोले श्री रामचंद्र जी की जय। योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र महाराज जी की जय। गुरुवर स्वामी निर्जानंद जी की जय। महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती जी की जय। संसार के सभी श्रेष्ठ महापुरुषों की जय। संसार की सभी विदुषी नारियों की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। आज के यजमान की जय। आर्य समाज अमर रहे, वेद की ज्योति जलती रहे, ओम का झंडा ऊंचा रहे। वैदिक ध्वनि। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
Okay, now we are going to do the national anthem. So Kavya, right? Kavya is going to play, but all other VSS students and teachers will come on the stage, and Acharya ji will come in the middle. Sugandha ji and all the VSS teachers, can we please help organize the stage and be on the stage? Sugandha ji, Sunita ji, all the VSS teachers. Sugandha ji, hi please. All the VSS teachers, please come on the stage. Okay, and now one more thing. As they get settled, Acharya ji will be in the middle, and rest of the teachers can organize the students and be with them. See, we need a lot of pictures for our Facebook page and the website as well. So whichever pictures come, great. They're all going to be on the Facebook page as well as temple website. So even after this national anthem, I'm requesting all of you to take your pictures and share the good copy pictures, good quality pictures with us, so we can do Facebook and website share as well. So form the group after the program and then take the pictures. Okay, who's going to lead the singing? Rupati, please. Please. Okay, who's going to sing the
Mic on.
Who is going to sing because she's going to sing? Okay, I'll give her. You will need a mic.
Mic on.
Sorry. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
I'll say 1, 2, 3, then she will start playing and you will start singing. Okay? And someone recording? Excellent. 1, 2, 3, go.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत
pictures of the students and the teachers. Please, Rupa ji, एक बार आ जाइए. Asha come, Mrs. Lola बाहर होंगी, वो भी अंदर आ जाए. All the teachers come on the stage, get a good picture. Yes, go ahead. And then after that, all the volunteers of the temple attendees, you all can take the pictures and share with us. And all photographers, better be careful, don't play with the curtain. Everyone, please help getting the pictures. Because we really need actually.
3, look here, everyone. One more. Okay, one more time, everyone. 1, 2, 3, look here. Okay.
Yeah, all others, all audience, please come, get the pictures, we need them actually. So everyone is most welcome to form their own group. Maybe all VSS parents. Okay. You won't have enough space. So, please help us with the pictures, all the group. Okay, all the AC members, they can come. I mean, some group has to be formed, right? Please. Okay, everyone in the yellow clothes, come on the stage. Everyone in yellow, come on the stage. Please come. Sunita, please. Okay, I need help actually for the website. So anyone in the yellow clothes, please be on the stage. It's okay, please. I'm just trying to form the group. Please come. Aa jaiye. Please group yourself as per your height, make the adjustments, and then get a good picture. Photographer, it's your job to get a good picture for all of us. You have to be smiling, filled with the energy. Look at the camera. Get us a good quality picture. Keep smiling. Let them take few pictures. Oh yeah, I mean anyone. Please keep coming. Get us different groups of the pictures. Anyone is most welcome to get these pictures. It's actually helped your temple today. I need it. Ajay, please. Please, Ajay, everyone come. We need the pictures actually. Bhabhi ji, we need the pictures. Please come. Dr. Chandola ji, Rashi ji, pictures chahiye, aa jaiye please. Let's form different groups. Get the pictures. Today is a picture day. We need it for the website and Facebook page. Aa jao, please. Okay. Okay, let's form the group. Give me a second. Let the group be there. Praveen ji, are you getting everyone? Praveen ji, is everyone in the frame? Okay. One. Okay. 1, 2. Ready, steady, go. Smile, big smile. Excellent. Okay, the rest of the people who did not get a picture, please come on the stage. Either please, anyone who want to get the picture, please come. Please come on the stage. You can get your own kids pictures, your own family picture. Akhilesh ji, आपका picture से बाहर आ जाओ. Those online, we are going to close this program. Thank you for joining. Happy Republic Day, happy Vasant Panchami, and we wish you a great week ahead. And see you all on next Sunday. Namaste all.